right back. Don't let nothing happen to my Earl Grey, y'all. Look out for the bar. It's nothing but sweat inside my hand. Deep into my pocket. All my money is spent. So I dig deeper. Yet still coming up with lint. So I make a move. Leave my residence thinking, how could I get some plastic residence? To the yard today. So, some of y'all, I don't be kidding y'all, I use all of these tricks and gimmicks and projects that I do. I cut my whole yard 2 zip ties on the weed eater. On the weed eater. 2 zip ties. So, and I put the peppermint water on my skin and didn't get bothered, not one little bit. But thank y'all for pulling up on me. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can figure out something to do with these canes today. This one just keeps getting narrower and narrower. It's super light now. But I still kind of think I want to be able to hook it on something like an actual hook somehow. And I may do that, right? Kind of take off where my knuckle is. I don't like the idea of, for the old guys I know that have canes, that need canes, I don't like those dainty looking things, right? I feel like you can have a masculine cane, a strong cane. This is strong, this is lightweight as well, though, just because the materials are lightweight. So, you know, these old guys might go walking one day, Rottweiler pull up, and you just have to do work, you know? So, anyways. Speaking of, I'm gonna grab the oak cane that I got, and I'm gonna write it down. Put a little quick lid on it. Maybe you want to see that happen. Ugh. Shop is crazy. I may halfway be cleaning up during this live just because it's wild over here. Thinking that about what I want. I'm gonna have to plug that into some power. This was your Still got some more to build. Well, maybe we can do that another way though. Still got some metal. Let's get us something right there. Kind of keep us right there. Let's go fly. Quick little Tucker on the wall down here. Look at all that nice and clean. Take my little piece right in. Tuck it. And this one give me 2 points of contact in the back of this joint. So when I do that, so now I got a nice something to work with here. So, we're getting there. We'll break for tea. Amazing. Oh. And stay off the power totally for a sec. And then we're going to see what we need to deal with. We kind of got a rough shape, and I even somewhat refined a few of these corners and edges and such, just so that I could have some idea of what I wanted the finish to look like, character-wise. And I do think I like this round over. I do like it coming to these relatively sharp points, and I'm going to do that same round over here inside of there and then inside of this channel, because I think that'll do something that we like. So let's give that a shot. Maybe some carbon would be in order. I mean, this is the title of the video, right? Kind of wondering what the best positioning would be for both the carbon and then for you all. I can put you all over here. That will kind of work too. Let's see if this thing can do anything for us. May not, because it's maybe a little dull. I did use it quite a bit, and I have no idea how to sharpen this tool yet. is not going well. Let's see about much better. I guess I could also sort of sand in there. Yeah, and I know this is a striving knife. Man, this thing's a great carving knife, really sharp. Teeth kind of surprisingly good. Got kind of a little lack of symmetry right here. Looking at it from the back. He's looking back at it. Also, I don't want to do that. Really. It's clunky. That's clunky. You train yourself to do a lot of things. Training yourself to not catch yourself is one of the hardest. So, you go get a daggone glove and friggin' Band-Aid. ERP. I might need this too. like a knife. Just like a dragon knife on your skin. I didn't have on the thicker gloves because I was doing yard work and automotive work today, and I just didn't want to get my wood dirty. I like my wood to stay clean. So now I'm going to do the wiser thing. See? Don't be like me. Don't make the mistakes I made with my life, kid. You could be better. You do this so you don't have to. Alright. I drew blood. I need more than 10 lights, fam. Hook me up. Hook me up. Now I gotta put this glove on. As a protector of my wood. You know what I'm talking about. You got it in there. Yeah. Alright. And you'd be like, hey, what? You hadn't uploaded the video in a while. Meanwhile, I'm regrowing a middle finger. Not one of y'all was like, Wes, you alright? Not one of you. You can apologize with a like. No problem. I'll forgive it. Am I still hurt by it? Yes. Yes. But have I forgiven it? One of you has definitely worked your way into the good graces. You see that? Why is that moving? My disco ball started moving. I didn't do it. That wall isn't moving because that wall is a doggone, I don't know, it's a brick wall. Anyway. None of this is connected to it. Strange phenomenon. y'all know I don't be selling stuff. You know, you can't on YouTube until you monetize it. But I see why people charge real money for handmade things. There's a lot of investment in time. You get lowball. There's a lot of detail. It's got to be attended to in order for you to get a decent product. Hey Mike, hello Benjamin. How y'all doing?
As we observe the West Ossity's natural environment, his garage, note that he patiently slices away tiny fragments of the oak and pine which is chosen for his camp. Notice his calm demeanor, fighting the inner rage from the earlier scuff that he got on his finger. Truly admirable way of handling it. Normally we would love to see this explosion of fury sound, as if those had attempted to poison his brothers. He expresses his wrath in open way that he is the Lord, but strikes down his vengeance upon them. This feels sketchy, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna do it. I mean, oh. I feel like I need some brownness and its curvature. Gotcha. Some chamferlain, if you will. It's a tricky part when it changes direction, so do you. So then do you. And butterfly. I'm gonna shave it because we want a round over, not necessarily a shape. Since that's what we got right now, give us a glimpse of what we're hoping for. See if it's in the right direction. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. If I can get you a better angle. Tell you, it's magic going on this side. Magic. Goddamn curvature going on.
You can't be slipping. I'll be slipping. Again, we just remove the material here. And some of the old Sandman handle some of this. So also what I'm finding is that the more I pull away out of these corners and edges, the more inviting the handle feels, if that makes sense. And so I'm going to do that. It also feels narrower without being much narrower when I'm losing strength. Don't mind me, they're different. There will be faster ways of doing this, but I'm gonna work with just these basic tools. See if we get the skill set that deserves nicer things. For me, I'm gonna have to go fast. Until that time, let the teach us what it is to teach us. The great thing about carving is you can go slow and take off a really light time if you need to. And you're confident about where you want to be. You don't want to get overzealous and take off too much. Much harder to put it back than to take it off. So far, so good. You don't listen to the grain of the wood. That feels like a defect, but really it's just me cutting into an open grain in this direction. So I'm not even tripping over that too much. I do plan on finishing this with an epoxy just to get some strength maybe. If I do, I will fill in those grains. Anyway, just to keep it nice and clean. Also, I think the epoxy might help keep the different woods bound together. As it's typically waterproof. Encapsulator, so to speak. be careful. But making them perfection, like, probably the best option is just to cut it out. If the tolerance is there. And if you're going, just a little at a time, then that'll be good. And pull it right big old guy. "16 likes, feel like Mike. My goodness. Might get right. He has a little channel, Alright. Okay. Anyways, to cooperate with technology properly. Yep. So it's fault. Kendrick Ryan, what's going on? Thanks a lot, Stefan. I appreciate that. You're getting somewhere. I think I may want to pull you back a little bit just so that you can get a better look, maybe. Let me see if I can arrange this situation. I need to do that. What in the world is going on? Give me a little tea in me real quick. A little tea. A little Earl Grey. Mm-mm. Hmm. How do I? I think I need a stronger sheet. Come on in. Come in. Not easy. Knew we was gonna have to invent something. Get it going around here. Perfect. Oh, it's spinning now. Dang it. That was good. We have to put some more. More hot glue on there. Or I can just heat it up. Let's just heat it up. Put a fire. Put a fire. Put a fire there. Time is money? Not here is not. I'm not selling anything in this shop. Nothing. I will, at home, work, that's a different thing. But it's here. Now this is a learning experience for me. I'll even take another tea break. Use Loctite on the back whether it can be pulled off, right? Yeah. It's a beautiful day. Got a little section here. What I don't have with me today are any of my sanders, any of my power sanders. Which is why I'm using this little invention, but this is going to have to dry up and cool off. And it's going to do what it did again. But this thing works great. I use it all the time. I'll show you what it is. It's PVC pipe with a slit in it. Just slide the paper on it, roll it, spin the drill, it'll wind it up, and now you've got whatever diameter you need. It'll just tuck into whatever space. But in the meanwhile, in the meantime, in the fine time, the rest of thing. You do have to address this.
this can. Whew. Phew. Let's do the glove. Shame on you, you step through to the old dirty Brooklyn. Yeah, shame on you step through to the old dirty Brooklyn Zoo. Brooklyn Zoo, yeah. Shame on ya. You step into you dirty Brooklyn Zoo. Shame on you. And you step into you dirty Brooklyn Zoo. Brooklyn Zoo. See if we can get us a second. See if we can get us another nice little pound. Salt Life, Sarah, what up? Sorry guys, I had a spider tripped into. Rest his soul. Oh great. See if we're back solid.
Battery is going, that's for sure. Oh, it's good too. Come on, baby. Yes. Not alive. Serves me right. Oh, man. Should have charged something. But I do have this. Everything. Belt drive. comfortable. Still gotta find the bonding for that. I still think I like this form. You had to get somebody out of your yard, you know what I'm saying? Get out of here. A lot of effort. A little too heavy. I don't like it having a little weight. No, what I like to do is just sleep on it for a little bit. If I don't have a good idea tonight, I hop on some more. Here's the other. Still not sure what I want to do with it. I kind of like the little cut out that I did on the other. Certainly thick enough. This is about half the way of that. Notice a tenor, but with also these brass bits going through. Keep it nice and strong. Let me know what you think. I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll be back soon. Let's try the die song. Let's see if the die, how it does. That has sustained potential. Epoxy, resin colorant. You can literally get into any of these colors. This is golden, and that immediately excited me. This is coffee. I'm also interested. Let's set a potato for this. Let's set a potato for this one. Colors would look like. If they did have some diamond. Because this is a cutoff from that. So let's get a brush. Now, these dyes are mostly going to be like soaking in, so it's going to be kind of important to establish what colors look like what in the wood. I like when a tongue twister. Simple enough test here. So just try it. We're gonna have to poke a hole. Find a quick hole poker. Still enough to do that. Micro tools. These things fall a lot, right? These camber part. Man, put in place. Maybe I need to do it self-standing. Sit down. Set it and forget it. That's better. Sit right there. Oh, this is a golden. So we need to I don't know, I kind of like that. Kind of watching. But this is an unprepped surface too. Mostly we're just looking to see if we like the color itself. Let's check the brown. See what that brown do. Coffee, it said. I tried the black before. And the other cane wasn't bad. It's very similar to these. No, that's alright. That's a whole different vibe though. Like the pine took that really well. Yeah, I like that. I think my mind is made up already. I'm going Coffee. Coffee cane. Coffee cane. Hey, Jim, get on up and do my coffee cane. The question though is this cane done? Is it ready for a finish? What do y'all think? Is this ready for a finish? Does it look like it's done with the sculpting? Does it feel complete visually? I do see that there's a little more sand in there. Aside from that. Hey, what's good, Nikki? What's going on, Mary? Planning on making an arc of planks to build the lid of a treasure chest. Any advice on how to keep the boards lined up? I would imagine if you do 3 half moon, like a crescent shape, and then cut those on a template, and then send the boards like boom, boom, boom across the template. That makes sense? Like, say these 2 rounded edges, 3 of these in a row, right? Board, 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 etc. It could be a fairly reasonable way to get it done. Thank you for the question, good Crusader. Is the height right, or are you going to put some kind of rubber bottom to keep it from being slippery? Baby kisses, absolutely. This one, I also know the person I'm making it for, and he is much taller than my father-in-law, and he's a lot more active, so I have to make sure he don't break this thing, which is why it's a much heavier, stout wood. And it's taller, but I'm going to bring him here. This is not going to be like a surprise for him. I'm going to bring him here, and we're going to measure and see what's comfortable for him. And we'll kind of use the other one that I made, this one, as a template for that, because this turned out to be just the height that my stepfather's cane already was. It had, so if this is good as a standard, this one's taller, and I'll be able to cut down. And once I do, I'll put a little rubber foot on the bottom of it. But I kind of want to do something a little fancier than that, but just have to see what's on the old internet, what's available, There's a weird part of me that gets a satisfaction from doing stuff for people. This is weird. I don't know what that comes from. Keep knocking these corners. Anything that we see now that's not quite right, is definitely going to get accentuated by reflections and stains. So we're not going to get perfect, but we're going to aim for as close as we can tolerate in our timeline. So we're just going to knock down some of the bouncing that happens with poke shades. Some of those little speed bumps along the way. Oak is a tough word. Sometimes it fights back. This is a 120 grit, but this is off of a belt sander. It's going to be a lot tougher than most likely cups into sandpaper. So it feels a little more aggressive in terms of what it takes off, but it does lead us to a 120 grit finish. So I do like it a lot for that. What's up, Hector Perez? ¿Cómo está, amigo? I did want to cancel all the way up here, but now I decided to kind of round it over with sandpaper. I think I like that look better. And I think the round over is probably less subject to spinner and such anyway. It's always good. Then we get to the back side of this thing, which is definitely the worst. See if we can bring it back around to the standard of the rest of it. Hola amigos, no sé inglés. Dime cómo está yendo con eso. Amigo, mi español es mucho poco. Mucho. Poquito. Perdón. Perdón. Está bien. Está bien. Estoy bien. This is clean. there it goes. Yeah. Just get the backside cleaned up. Got a little hump in the front, so I definitely want to put a little brass insert right there. My buddy who I'm building this for is very stylish. He's a very stylish old guy. So I have to have something that looks nice and high end and even match up with this dude's what do you call it? Wardrobe. So trying my best to put together something fancy that's hopefully not gaudy. Which means the devil's going to be in the details. We're going to want it to be nice and stylish. So now I'm trying to imagine what I would like here. I do kind of like the idea of this looking like multiple pieces. I do kind of like the idea. Because it's almost like a saw handle. And this guy, a dark cherry stain is almost a black color. What do you mean, sorry, Mike? What you talking about, bud? I would see your comment if you made one. Done with the day job, oh yeah? Been done with the day job since 8 a.m. That's not true. I had some consultation today. Like we're just running this through our belt sander right now. We'll be sharp with those dark shades. Miss Baby Kisses. Let's see. Like I think these will be a little dainty maybe for this thing, for this one. This one I got is this, which might be nice, but I'm thinking just a big round ferrule. I just think that'd be cool. Just a hole through there with a nice clean cap on each side. I think would be cool. I don't know why I struggle with opening and closing this thing like every single time. It's a little embarrassing that it happens on camera every single time. Oh, the stain color, because I'm not really, okay, I am sort of using this thing, but I'm using this epoxy stain. And I'm going to mix it with a little bit of epoxy, and then I'm going to brush it all over there and hopefully get all in these little bits. But I tried two colors. I tried this coffee and I tried this golden. The golden didn't take all that great with the pine in the middle, and I'm worried about it a little bit, but look what the coffee did. I love that. And it kind of gives this look of the chestnut on the oak. So I think I like that, and I think that's rich enough for what I'd like this one to be anyway. Now I'm just struggling with, do I cut in like a nice little emblem or something right here, a little, I don't know why I feel like I want to see those in canes. It's almost like a dagger would come out of it or something. I'm not sure. control. I'll think about it, see if I can figure it out. You're the only one for me. You got the key. Uh-oh, Mike is furrowing his brow. Furrowing his brow. What's up, Mike? Give us your input, big dog. Picking up the work, they're cane toppers. Toppers, they can get expensive. Well, I don't think I want to make it separate. I do think I want to make it look that way, though. I just think it looks cool when they have, you know, like the round canes that have the little brass inserts and all kinds of stuff. But I haven't been looking at canes for very long, so I don't have a great idea about what a great looking cane even looks like. But I kind of like the idea of it looking somewhat similar to a pool cue, because this guy plays a lot of pool. So this is just my brainstorming. But you do know the brass looks good with that dark stain. You know that. So that might be a thing to do. And I'm also kind of deciding whether or not this top needs more groove there. It feels fine, but stylistically, what do y'all think? Does it look too blocky? Or does that look tough? Kind of going for tough a little bit. I'll give you a chance to look at it. Here's my slightly smaller than average human size hand. You curve the back side to match the hook. Have to customize it. Hey Carmen, how's it going? And what do you mean, Mike? Curve the back side to match the hook. You mean up here? To just kind of keep rounding over? Or are you talking about like cutting it off like yay? Let me know. The inner curve. This one. And on the tail with the handle too. This curvature. Oh, you mean in here as well? Like, but that's just, you know what I'm saying? I think that's just gonna be part of the grip. I like that being there. But I do feel like it could be some benefit to have a little bit more. Dippage. But you know what I do like? I like the way that top looks though. I like how nice and clean and unbroken that is. Hopefully I'll get a UFC sponsorship. Corner by my pinky, around that. In this corner? Oh, this right here. I like that look. I like these little spikes. I do. I like it. But you know, that way, when I get old, I can have something to beat off the Rottweilers with. You know what I'm saying? Kind of an awkward looking thing. But I definitely want to search, or I want to do something here. I think maybe it's just because this reminds me of a handsaw. That's why I want the visual of a separation there. That may be it. I don't know. I don't know what to go for. Look at this. Get this out of my Earl Grey. A spot of tea. I think we can mix up some resin, and then we'll just coat it up real good. I can add the brass later, and I can add the foot later. I do have a little glue here showing up. I need to get that off the top, because that shows up, and that is not cute. Set the Earl Grey off for a second. Mike is a fellow creative. If you're not following him, you should. You should. Baby kisses. No, I don't have a rotary tool, but I also don't particularly like them. I don't know what it is I don't like about them, but I don't like them. I would rather carve or hand sand or one of the other tools that I'm used to for sanding. They feel like they're too easy to get out of control. And I don't know why that is. But I really I've never been attracted to them. But, you know, new things I might have to learn to. But, you know, I was a fine arts major in high school and college, so I'm also partial to knife carving and pan sanding and stuff like that, just because it's who I am. Oh, yeah, you're right. That would be a very economical way to cut that dip. Also, my belt sanders, which are hand belt sanders, would also do that pretty decent, but I don't have them here today. They are at that restoration job, that exterior restoration I'm doing. So supportive. I love that. Thank you. But this belt sandpaper is so good for these roundovers. I don't know if y'all can see the effect as much. But man, so good for knocking out those little lines from a chisel, from a saw, from whatever machine you want to cross it. Mickey! Mickey! Words of the guy, post up guy, don't you think about that? She can't take it. Look at my can I know she dropped like before that light. What's new? My fuel pump on my Chevy. And the thermostat. And maybe a belt. But we'll see before the day's over. Hope you've been good. Well, I'm trying to get my finishing sculpt and shape on this cane that I'm making for my buddy. I don't quite need one yet. He's cane age, but he ain't off balance just yet, but he is stylish. And he happened to see the one I made for my father-in-law, and now he is like, yo, hooks me up. And then I'm like, yo, for sure. I enjoy it so much though. It's just really good. The fact that this is turning into something that feels good in the hand, for me, is a big deal. I don't know why. I don't know why. But it is. I want that to be a nice soft curve on the inside. And this paper lets me change the angles and get to a nice soft resonance. I like it. I might start me a line of canes, man. Line of canes. A line of heavy duty, all wooden construction canes that can take a little bit of a thump in case they have to give a little bit of a thump. West does it, Big Daddy Canes. Cause your daddy ain't never been no punk. That'll be our hashtag. Your daddy was tough then and he's gonna be tough now. It's cane on the people at the old folks home to get out of line. Maybe you can film it and go viral. But just kidding. Atlanta man apprehended today after setting up an old man fight between and woodworking hours. I hate to do anything when it come out looking too traditional. You know what I mean? Like there's no accompanying design to it, you know. I know that's very whatever of me, but it's really how I feel about it. Just not all that interested in pulling off something that everybody's already seen, you know. Good to know that we can do it. Stand out area, everyone chatter. We still got left in here. There's a little left in here. Appreciate everybody who hit that like. That's really fantastic. Thank you. Anybody who hasn't, you know, feel free to search my content for something that you do like. And then you can like that. No sweat. Or you can say this is terrible and you don't like it. Well, woodworking is whack working. And I'll humbly have to accept it for truth. As I humbly accept the others in my comment section. I know a lot of people who don't like the same process at all. I'm not one of those people. Maybe I'll name this one the Cane Corso, since it's so big, bulky, massive. I'm gonna go reheat this coffee. Well, tea. Because I'm trying to cut down on the hyperactivity. You guys, in the meantime, can hit that button up top if you want to. Only if you want to. Only if you want to. I realize I'm not particularly entertaining. Could be my fault. I respect and accept it. West does it. I'm thinking about merch. Maybe coffee cups. West does it hats. T-shirts. Could be lots of stuff. Right. What's that? I will be back. Maybe I'll grab something to eat right quick. Blow my nose, maybe do a neti pot. And then we'll come put some color on this thing. Some color on this thing. I also was considering blue light. Wouldn't that be nice? Maybe I'll decide when I come back. Love y'all, man. I appreciate you rocking with me. Anybody that came in, anybody that donated, anybody who jumped into the chat at all. I appreciate you so much. That was awesome. I can't believe the live doesn't show me all your comments. It's amazing. I appreciate everything y'all said. Nikki, that was nice. Pilato, what's going on? Baby Kiss is always supportive, for sure. Marlene, I appreciate you. Nikki, I do appreciate you. Carnage is always my guy in the chat. Mike holds me down consistently. Thank all of y'all. And I will be back a little bit later. What's that?